everybody. It's Leon. I hope all is well. Thank you for your prayers and signs of support on the recent post that has this picture on it with me all wired up and everything. Wow. Just wow. What a last 72 hours. Number one, I'm fine. That's the most important thing. Let me just take a couple of minutes and explain how we got to where we are now. So, about 2.5 weeks or so ago, um, at a routine dental appointment, cleaning and X-ray, the dentist said that they had to take a crown off and redo some of the work within a tooth. I don't know, cavity or something there. They had to put a filling in and then put a crown on top of it, right? So they had to take the crown off, redo the work, and come back in, right? So I ended up with an infection that made me sick and extreme swelling and pain on this side. So I go back in after the infection, and while they were working to cure the infection, I fell asleep. And I used to pride myself on being able to just sit down and go to sleep at any time. And so I did that right there in the dental chair. And the dentist says, "Hey, that's not normal. That particularly with the anxiety around a dental appointment and everything, that you would just go to sleep." And he said, "You need to get a sleep study." The dentist, right? And so I had already had one scheduled anyway. And I told him when it was, and he said, "Well, I can make a couple of calls and probably get that expedited for you." And so he did, and that was last night. Um, and so again, here's the picture, and you'll see in this picture also of me in the dental office a week or so ago. And then again, the picture of me last night. There were wires everywhere. They had a bunch of them on my head and face, as you saw. They had microphones here. Um, of course, a belt around my waist, one around my chest with all kind of wires running through there. I had pieces here, even on my legs, ankles, and feet. They were checking everything. And the technician and I started talking. And of course, we had to talk about racquetball, right? Go to Racquetball Revival and check out all the good things that are going on there. But here's the other thing that happened. Um, During my sleep, after about an hour and 15 minutes or so, the technician comes in and he says, "Look, I got to talk to you. You're having some episodes," and he listed the levels of sleep apnea. And he said, "You're stopping, your breathing stopping. And I'm going to put a CPAP on you right now." And he did. And I didn't feel any different, but he came back in an hour or so later and said, "Yeah, you're sleeping much better," and explained to me further that during my first hour of sleep, I had 4 episodes where I stopped breathing for 10 seconds. And he said that's their indication for this center that you have sleep apnea, and that had I continued to not breathe for 13 seconds, they would have to call an emergency room doctor. He said, "No, don't tell anyone that I put the machine on you, because we're really not supposed to do that. But I just wanted to see if that would improve your breathing," and it did. And so, and he said, "I also see the note from your dentist on how you stopped breathing during the dental appointment. Not that I stopped breathing during the dental appointment, but I went to sleep during that appointment." So, short answer is this: I'm fine, but I thank God for the dentist in being able to recognize something like this, even on a routine dental appointment, that somebody goes to sleep. He says, "Look, there's a problem. I thank God for the technician reading those notes and for understanding that, there are guidelines, there's protocols, there's procedures, but to even go a step beyond that to say, I think you have something going on here, um, is just amazing. And so here's where we ended up. He said, "Look, yeah, I'm gonna expedite your appointment back with your pulmonologist, but also I want you to make sure that you sleep with your head elevated until they get you squared away on a machine and the settings that you need." So I'm all good. Uh, I thank God for being in others, being around me at the right time, the right place, to be able to care for me and care for me well. Thanks again for your prayers and thoughts, and take care.